What we're going to do today is instead of starting lesson 3, we're going to go over the independent practice from yesterday. Make sure that if you have incorrect answers, that you are checking and that you are fixing. Don't leave a wrong answer. Because then when you're trying to do homework or study for your test or do the check my progress or the review or whatever, you won't have the right answer there. And so your brain will think, oh, that's how I do it, when it's not. So, go ahead, we're looking at page 19. So you should be on page 19 in your textbook. I'm looking around to see if everybody is on page 19. Okay, thank you guys at home. Now, so for number 5, we're writing each number in standard form. What form do we have here? What form is it written in? Colin?
Word form.
Word form, but we need to write it in standard form. Standard form means we're using what to write the numbers? Aaron?
Numbers.
What do we call them? A number is like digits. Good. Remember, a digit is like a letter. A number is like a word. So, we need to write the digits. Well, let's look at this and very lightly cross out everything before the comma. Very lightly, because you're going to erase it. So very lightly. What number do I have? So we're crossing everything out before the comma. Victoria, what number do I have?
408.
408. What does 408 look like? What digit goes in the ones place?
8.
What digit goes in the tens place?
0.
0, because we have no tens. What digit goes in the hundreds place? 4. So what are the last 3 digits of our number? Victoria? What are the last 3 digits of our number?
25.
What are the last 3 digits of our number?
408.
408. Now, let's cross everything off after the comma, because we're done with it. Well, now I have a comma, so that means, here's our comma. What number do I have before? Carla?
25,000.
25,000. That word thousand means that it goes in this number goes in which period, Carla?
It goes in the thousand period.
The thousands period. So I'm going to look in here. I have 25. What does 25 look like, Carla? What digits does it have? What digit is in the ones place in 25?
0.
What digit is in the ones place in 25?
5.
5. What digit is in the tens place in 25?
2.
Is there a digit in the hundreds place in 25?
No, ma'am.
No. So, we have 25, but we know that it's in the thousands period instead of the ones period because of this word thousand and that comma. So, what are the first 2 digits of our number, Carla?
25.
What are the first 2 digits? That's the number, but what are the first 2 digits?
2 and a 5.
A 2 and a 5. Thank you, Carla. So that means 25,408 looks like 25,408. We have 25 in the thousands period, so 25,000, and then 408 in the ones period, so 408. So all together we have 25,408. Does everybody feel good about that one? Let's move on to the next one. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cross everything off before the comma. Focus, pay attention. What number do I have? What does it say after the comma? Focus. After a couple, I'm going to start pulling sticks. What does it say after the comma? Aaron?
811.
811. Do we have the name of a period after it?
No.
So that means it goes in which period?
The 100.
Is there such thing as a hundredth period?
No.
What period does, if there's no period name after or comma, what period does it always go in? The ones period, thousands period, or millions period? Ones, because do we ever say the name of the ones period? No. So we have 811. Well, think about what that number looks like. What number goes in the ones place in 811? Aaron?
1.
1. What number goes in the tens place in 811?
1.
And what number goes in the hundreds place?
8.
8. So Aaron, what are the last 3 digits of our number?
1.
In order from
8. 1 and 1.
8, 1, 1. Very good. So now we're done with the ones period. So let's cross off everything after the comma. Erase the 1, and then now we have the word thousand. So which period are we looking at now? Which period are we looking at now? Colin?
The thousands.
The thousands period. We have the word thousand, we have a comma. That means we're looking at the thousands period. Well, what does it say before the word thousand?
40.
40. So we're figuring out, okay, we're in the thousands period. What number goes in each place? So in the number 40, what digit is in the ones place?
0.
0. In the number 40, what digit is in the tens place?
4.
4. Is there a digit in the hundredths place in the word 40? I mean in the number 40?
No.
No. So what are the first 2 digits of our number?
4, 0.
4, 0. And then we have our comma. But we know, is this worth 40? Is it just worth 40? Like when I show this with 40 ones cubes.
No.
This means 40 what?
1,000.
40,000. Very good. Does this mean 811 or does it mean 811,000 or 811 million?
811.
Just 811. So it's very important to know what period you're working in. Are you working in the ones period? Are you working in the thousands period? Are you working in the millions period? It's not going to be hard to figure out. You're just looking at the word. Do you see the word thousand after the number word? Do you see the word million after the number word? Do you see nothing after the number word? Then you're in the ones period. That's all you're doing, looking for commas and working on one place at a time. I gave you that place value chart with all those spaces. You can be using that to help you with your homework. If I have some time, maybe I'll laminate one and you can use your dry erase marker on it. But I don't know if I'll have time, so we'll see. Okay, very good. Let's go on to number 7. So erase that line. And now number 7. Now I'm going to start picking sticks, because everybody should get where we're going now. So number 7 says 761,356. So Smith, first we're going to start out by crossing everything off before the comma. What do I have left, Smith?
$356.
356. What period am I going to be working in? The ones, thousands, or millions?
The ones.
How do I know that?
Because there's nothing after 356.
Good. There's nothing after the number word. So now I just need to figure out, okay, what does 356 look like? Well, in 356, what goes in the ones place, Smith?
6.
6. In 356, what goes in the tens place?
5.
And in 356, what goes in the hundreds place?
3.
Good. So what are our last 3 digits of our number?
356.
What are the last 3 digits? Remember, digits are like the letters. Numbers are like the whole word.
3, 5, and 6.
3, 5, 6. Then I have a comma. Even though Smith is the one working on this with me, you still need to be following along, crossing out, erasing, whatever. Okay, Smith, so now we know our last 3 digits. We know there's a comma every 3 digits, so we can go ahead and put that. Now, we're going to erase everything. We're going to cross out everything after the comma. I have 761,000. What period am I going to be working in, Smith?
The thousandth period.
How do I know?
Because there's a comma before 356.
And what else? How do I know that I'm working in the thousands period and not the millions?
Because in word form it says thousand.
Good, because I have the word thousand after the number word. So I have a comma, which automatically tells me I'm in a new period. In order to tell which period, I need to look for the word thousand or the word million or the word billion, but I don't think you have any billions. You didn't pay attention. So now I know I'm in the thousands period, and I have 761. So now all I have to do is figure out what 761 looks like. Well, what goes in the ones place in 761?
1,
What goes in the tens place?
6,
And what goes in the hundredth place?
7.
Good. Now I'm done. I don't have anything left. So what are the first 3 digits of our number, Smith?
7, 6, and 1.
7, 6, 1. So there I have 761,356. Very good. Thank you, Smith. Now number 8. Kingston. I have 5,762,111. I have 2 commas. I'm going to cross off everything except for what comes after the last comma. What do I have left, Kingston? 111. What period am I working in? How do I know? There's no comma after our number word. What else is there not anything of? There's no period name. If there's no period name, I know I'm working in the ones. So I just have to figure out what 111 looks like. What goes in the ones place in 111, Kingston? The tens place and the hundreds place. Good. So what are the last 3 digits of my number? What are the last 3 digits of my number? What are they? Tell me. What, and what? 1, 1, 1. I know every 3 digits I put a what? Comma. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, I'm going to leave what's in front of the first comma crossed out, but I'm going to go ahead and cross out what's after the last comma. So now I only have what's in between the commas uncovered. So here's a comma. Before that is crossed out, here's a comma. After that is crossed out. What do I have left now? 762,000. What period am I working in? How do I know? What do I have here? The word thousand. So that tells me, okay, I'm working in the thousands period. So what number do I have left? Louder. 762. So now all I have to figure out, sorry, please don't do that. Now all I have to figure out is what 762 looks like. What goes in the ones place?
2.
What goes in the tens place? Focus. What goes in the hundreds place? 7. We have 762. It's in the thousands period, so we have 762,000. So what are the next 3 digits of my number? Digits. 7, 6, 2. I have 6 digits. Does that mean I'm done? These had 6 digits. This one had 6 digits. Am I done? Nope. I still have something I haven't uncovered yet. So I'm going to erase what's in front of the first comma and then cross out everything that comes behind. What do I have left, Kingston? 5 million. Oops, I forgot my comma because I know every 3 digits I have a what class?
Comma.
Thank you, Cullen. What do I have
Comma.
class? Comma. Now what do I have left, Kingston? What period am I working in? The millions. How do I know? Because of the word million. So now what do I have left? I know I'm in millions. What do I have left? 5. So now I just have to figure out what 5 looks like. Well, in the number 5, what digit comes in the ones place? Are there any digits in the tens or the hundreds in the number 5? No. So what's my first digit of my number? 5. So now I have 5,762,111. Is everybody with me? Okay, very good. Now, let's move on to number 9. We have numbers in what form? What form are our numbers in now? Victoria? Expanded form. So this is going to look a little different. Because we don't have any commas. I mean, we do. But we don't have any commas in the word to focus on one at a time. So we're just going to start on the right and move to the left. Carla, we have a 4. How many digits are in this number 4?
1.
1. What is the only place with 1 digit? Carla?
The 1 period.
Not the ones period. Remember, ones period includes all of these. This is the ones, not period, but place. The ones place is the only place with 1 digit. We're done with that. Now we have 80,000. How many digits are in 80,000, Carla?
1. 2.
How many digits are in 80,000?
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we need to go to our place value chart and we need to find the 5th digit. We always start at the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means what number or what digit goes in the 10,000s place, Carla?
The 10.
What digit?
Place.
We have 80,000. We know it's 5 digits. So we move 5 digits over. What digit in the 10,000s place is worth 80,000?
10.
Is 10. Can we put a 2-digit number in one place?
No.
No. What digit in the 10,000s place would be worth 80,000?
8.
8. So now we're done with 80,000. Now we have 600,000. Carla, how many digits are in 600,000?
6.
6. So we need to move 6 places over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need to figure out what digit we are in the 100,000s place. What digit in the 100,000s place would be worth 600,000?
6.
6. Well, we looked at all of our numbers. But we have all these blank spaces. Is that allowed? Can we leave those spaces blank, Carla? No. What do we have to do? What do we have to put in these blank spaces?
We need to put zeros.
Zeros. Very good. Do we need to worry about the digits, the places before? Do we need to put zeros there?
No, ma'am.
No. Only between other digits. So, Carla, what number do we have?
We have 4.
Now look at this. Look at our place value chart. What number do we have now? We placed all of our values. Now what number do we have? Remember? Say the number between commas. What is this number? Just this number showing right now.
68.
Not 68.
1,000.
Carla, this is not 68. What is this number right here?
680.
680. Now say the name of the period. 1,000.
4.
So we have, do we say the name of the ones period?
No, ma'am.
So we have 680,004. So that means 600,000 plus 80 plus 4 is 680,004. Make sure you're following along. If you're not, and it comes to the test, and your parents say, whoa, why is this test so bad? I'm going to say, because every time I was teaching, they were staring off into space instead of working with us. Okay, number 10. Thank you, Carla. We're going to do the same thing. I am giving you tools to be able to solve this. If you're not paying attention, then are you going to have that tool? No. If you don't have that tool, are you going to be able to pull it out to help you with your test or your homework or your independent practice or whatever? No. Aaron, let's do the same thing. We're going to start on the right. We have a 6. How many digits does 6 have?
6.
How many digits does 6 have?
1.
1. What is the only place with 1 digit?
The ones place.
So what goes in the ones place?
6.
Done with that. Now let's look at the next one. What number do we have?
70.
How many digits are there?
1.
Look at it. It's like a word. If we have the word and, that's a 2-letter word. Well, here we have 70, which is a 2-digit word number. So, which place is 2 digits over? Were you paying attention when we did it before? 1, 2. Which place is 2 digits over?
The tens place.
So we're in the tens place. What digit has to go in the tens place for us to have a value of 70?
0. 7.
7. So we're done with 70. Now we have what number?
800.
Look again. Is it 800?
900.
900. How many digits does 900 have?
3.
Which place is 3 digits over?
Hundreds place.
The hundredths place. What digit has to go in the hundredths place for it to have a value of 900?
9.
So we're done with 900. Now what do we have?
20,000.
20,000. How many digits are in 20,000?
5.
5. Which place is 5 digits over?
10,000.
The 10,000s. What digit has to go in the 10,000s place for it to be worth 20,000?
2.
Are we done? Why? What do we have that we cannot have?
0.
What do we have that we can't have? That's the solution, but what's the problem that we have right now?
We're missing 1.
We're missing a digit. We can't do that, right? So what do we have to put in the space that's missing?
0.
0. So we have 2, 0, comma, 976. What is this number, Aaron?
20,976.
So we have what all together?
20,976.
Good job. Number 11. Zari. Let's do the same thing. We're going to start on the right. What do we have?
2.
2. How many digits is that?
2.
How many digits?
1.
1. What place is 1 over?
1's place.
So to have a value of 2, okay, we're doing it again. Okay, girls, it's a fire drill again. I don't know. So next we have 500. How many digits does 500 have? 3. What place is 3 digits over?
Yeah, and
Sorry?
yeah,
1,
yeah,
2, 3.
we have the
What place
there's
is
a
3
1030
digits over?
spot available.
Hundreds.
We wanted that
The
early,
hundred
so we wanted
thousands?
to do 330.
The 100,000s is way over here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places over. So which place is 3 digits over?
It's 330.
The what?
Actually,
1,000.
30
Look, sorry.
open to the
1,
and the tentative at 4.
3.
So,
Which place is 3 digits over? Not 3
Hundred.
digits from the hundreds place, but 3 digits from the end. Which place?
100.
Hundreds.
We could go
So, in order to have a value of 500, what digit has to go in the hundredth place?
Okay, perfect. No problem. Thanks.
5.
Bye.
A 5. Good.
5.
So now we're done with 500. What number do we have next? Focus. Ethan, sit up.
80,000.
Are you on number 11? What number is that? That comes next after 500.
200,000.
Are you sure? We just did 500. What comes next?
1,000.
1,000. How many digits is in the number 1,000?
1.
Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to count the zeros. How many digits? It's like letters in words. How many digits
4.
is in the number 1,000?
4.
4. Which place is 4 digits over from the end? Not from what we just did, but from the end.
10,000.
Look, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 10,000s place is 5 digits over. Which place is
Thousand.
4? 1, 2, 3, 4.
The 1,000.
The 1,000. So in order to have a value of 1,000, what digit has to go in the thousands place?
Two. 20.
Sorry. We're looking at the number 1,000. Does 1,000 have a 2 anywhere in it?
I can hear you breaking up.
Okay. Well, but just know we haven't moved on yet. We're still on 1,000. Is there a 2 in the number 1,000?
No.
So can it be worth 2, 20, 200, anything?
No.
No. It is only worth 1,000. So what digit has to go in the thousands place to be worth 1,000?
1.
1. My marker's coming out. Okay, now what's the next number? We just finished 1,000. Now we're looking at what number?
100,000.
What 100,000?
200,000.
200,000. How many digits are in the number 200,000?
6.
6. Which place is 6 digits from the end? You have a place
To the
like
100,000 period.
Not the 100,000s period. There's no such thing as a 100,000s period. There's a thousands period and there's a 100,000s place. So what digit has to go in the 100,000s place for it to be worth 200,000?
A 2.
A 2. Good. So now we're done with that. What number do we have left?
9,000,000.
9 million. How many digits are in the number 9 million? Guys, you need to focus, because even though you're not the one answering, what if you're the one answering
7.
next? 7. Which place is 7 digits from the end?
The millions period.
Not the millions period, that's a whole period. What place?
Place.
The
Millions place.
millions place. What digit has to go in the millions place to be worth 9 million?
A 9.
A 9. Okay, so now we figured out where all of our numbers go, but are we done? Can we have these blank spaces?
No.
No. What do we have to put there, Zari?
0.
Zeros. So now on our line we have 9, comma, 2, 0, 1, comma, 5, 0, 2. Now let's read this number, Zari. We have
9,000,000. 201,000. 502.
very good. Very good. Okay, now let's look at number 12. We're writing each number in expanded form and word form. Zadie, what's our first number? Is that 400,000? Look at it. Cover everything up before. What number do you have?
485.
But what number? Not what digits. What number? Remember, digits are each little piece. Number is the whole thing. So what number do we have?
485.
485. Now we have a comma, so we say the name. 1,000 or million? How many sets of numbers do we have? How many sets? We have 1 set and we have 2 sets. So that means we have 1 set and 2 sets. So 485. Is that 803? $830. So we have 485,830. What form is it written in? We only have 3 forms. Standard, expanded, and word. What form do they give it to us in? What?
Standard.
Standard. So now we have to write it in an expanded form. The easiest way to do that is to come over to our place value chart, which you all have one of. If you want to get it out really quick, you can. I guess nobody wants help, so, okay, cool, whatever. Too late. Put it away. Too late. I gave you a chance, you didn't take it. So, now we need to write the number in our place value chart. Do we start on this side or this side?
This.
The right. So we're starting with what number?
0.
Then,
3.
then,
8.
then,
5.
then,
8.
then.
4.
Okay, now we need to write an expanded form. When we write an expanded form, we're going to start here. A 4 in the 100,000s place is worth how much, Zadie? 400,000. Don't ask with a question. You know this. Confidence. Plus, because we always have plus signs, we have an 8 in the 10,000s place. How much is that worth?
8,000.
Not 8,000. 8 in the thousands place is worth 8,000. 8 in the 10,000s place is worth 80,000. Plus
5,000.
confident. Plus
800.
plus.
30.
Do we need to do plus 0 for the ones place?
No.
No. So we have 400,000 plus 80,000 plus 5,000 plus 800 plus 30. I'm going to give everybody one more chance. If you want to get out your place value chart to help you, go ahead. only need the chart, nothing else. Okay, now to write it in word form. All we need to know is how to say the word. Well, we already figured that out. We know if we cross everything off after the comma, we have what number, Zadie? We cross off everything after the comma. What do we have? 485. So we're going to write 485. Now are we done with that number, with that part of the number? Because we have to write what period it's in, right? What period do we know this is in? 1,000. So we're going to write 485,000. When we get to the end of a period, what do we put? What goes between each period? A comma. Good. Now let's cross everything off. Before the comma, what do we have? What number do we have? 830. So we're just going to write 830. Do we write the name of the ones period?
No.
Do we put a comma after the ones period? No. So we have 485,830. Okay, helper number 1. Please come erase. Sanitize your hands. Erase. Sanitize them again. Don't erase this while I change the page. Everybody else, we're going to go look at number 13. As much as you can. If you can't get the top, don't worry, I'll get it. It's less to erase than before. Okay, so next number. Michaela, you're going to help me out. What number do we have? First, let's try to say it. Cover everything up after the comma. What do you have?
251.
We're looking at number 13. Cover everything up after the comma. What do you have? 3. We have 2 commas, so that means we are 1, 2 over. So what period is that 3 in?
4.
What period is that 3 in?
2000.
We're 2 over. We have 2 commas, 1, 2. So that means 1, 2. What period are we in? So we have 3 million. 29. Oh, what period? We're at a comma, so we have to say the name of the period. 29,000. So say it all together. 3,029,251. Now let's put it in our place value chart so that it's easy to find the expanded form. Do we start on this side or do we start on this side? The right. So what digit goes first? Then we're in the next period and we put a, then we're in the next period, we put a, do we need to put zeros here? No. So, now we have to start from this side. We have a 3 in the millions period. How much is a 3 in a millions period worth? 3 million. How many zeros does 3 million have? How many digits come after the 3? Well, not 7 zeros, 6 zeros, because 3 is the 7th digit. Okay, good. Now, a 0 in the 100,000s period, is that worth anything? Do we need to put it? No. A 2 in the 10,000s period, how much is that worth?
2,000.
Not 2,000. 2 in the thousands period, place is worth 2 in the thousands period. Whew. 2 in the thousands place is worth 2,000. 2 in the 10,000s place is worth
29.
Can a 2 in the 10,000s place ever be worth 29,000? 9 is not part of this. 2 in the 10,000s place is worth how much? We're not looking at the 9. That's a whole nother digit. Just 2? Can somebody help her out? How much is a 2 in the 10,000s place worth? Zari?
20,000.
20,000. All you're doing when you're finding the worth is you're keeping that digit in that place and turning the rest of them into zeros. So if all of these are zeros, that is 20,000. So plus 20,000 plus just 9,000. Remember, you're taking that digit in that place and turning everything else into zeros, and that's how much it's worth. Five in the ones place is worth 5. 50. And then 1. Now, for word form, all we need to know is how to say it. Well, Michaela told us it's 3,029,251. So, let's write the first part first. We have what? The only thing we have showing is a, what, Michaela? 3. We know it's 2 commas over, so it's in the what period? Not thousands. Thousands is 1 comma over. Ones is no commas over. What period? We have 1, 2, and then we have what period? Million. So we have 3 million. We have our comma. Uncover everything except for what's between commas. And then we have 29. What period is it in? 1,000. 29,000. We have our comma. Cover everything up except the last period. And then we have what? 251. Do we write the name of the ones period? 251 ones. No, we don't. Okay, very good. Everybody with us. Let's turn to the back. Cullen, sanitize, erase. Everybody else, let's look at the back. We're on number 14. We may not, no, okay, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We may not have time to get through it all, but we should be able to get through enough that you understand. Okay, number 14. This is where I saw quite a few mistakes because you did not look at the whole problem. Number 14, read in your head while I read out loud. A zoo's newborn African elephant weighed 232 pounds. That's important. After 1 year, the elephant gained 1,000 pounds. Write the elephant's new weight in expanded form and word form. Victoria, I'm going to have you help me with this because you noticed it yesterday. Is the answer 1,000? No. Why? 1,000 is how much the elephant gained. That's how much the elephant gained. That means that's not its new weight. That's how much extra it weighed. But it started at how much, Victoria? 232. So, Victoria, why was the answer not 1,000? What did you have to do to get the new weight? Good. You had to start with 232 and then add 1,000 because if you gain something, it means you get more. You don't lose what you already had. You get more. Okay, we have reading in 5 minutes, but that's okay. Reading is not going to take us long, so we can go over a little bit. So, Victoria, how much does the elephant weigh now?
Weighs 1,232.
Good. 1,232 pounds is its new weight, not 1,000. So Victoria, let's write this number in our place value chart. We're going to start on the right with what digit?
2,
Then A,
3,
then A,
2,
then A,
1.
1. So let's start our problem. How much is a 1 in the thousands place worth?
1,000.
Plus,
200.
plus,
30.
plus.
2.
So we have 1,000 plus 200 plus 30 plus 2. Does everybody see why 1,000 is not the correct answer? That's how much the elephant gained. That's the new amount, but it's not the new weight because it originally gained 232 pounds. It did not say the elephant lost 232 pounds and then gained 1,000. So you had to take the original weight and then add 1,000. Now in word form, we just need to know how to say the number. Well, how do you say this number, Victoria? What is this?
1,000.
Well, what is this digit?
1,000.
1.
230.
So all we need to know is 1, then the name of the period, 1,000, comma, 232. Do we write the name of the ones period? Nope. Okay, number 15. The population of Norway is about 4,702,000. Write this number in standard form. So let's look at this word. We're just looking at the italics word number. Let's cross off everything before the comma. Oops. What do we have? Just the italics word. What do we have? Cullen. Italics means the slanted letters. What do we have left if we cross off what comes before the comma?
We have 720.
Read that again.
702,000.
702,000. Now normally the end of the number we have to put into the ones period. But our last word is the word thousand. So Cullen, do we have any digits in the ones period?
No.
No. Our last word is thousand. So that means our number, 702,000, goes in the thousands period. So all we need to know, what do we have left? So we know it's in the thousands period. We don't have to worry about it. What do we have?
We have 702.
What digit goes in the ones place in 702?
2.
Are there any tens in 702? What digit goes in the hundreds place?
7.
7. Now let's cross off everything after the comma. What do we have, Cullen?
We have 4 million.
4 million. Million tells us what?
It's in the millions.
We're in the millions period. So all we have left, once we know we're in the millions period, is
4.
4. What does 4 look like? What goes in the ones place?
4.
Does anything go in the tens or hundreds?
No.
No. Are we done? Do we just write this?
No.
Are we done? What is this number, Cullen?
That's 4,207.
You flip them. 4,000.
702.
4,702. If there were only 4,702 people in Norway, Norway would never be able to afford to keep running as a country. So what do we have to do to make sure that we don't make that mistake?
Put zeros.
Put zeros in each place in the ones period. So we don't have 4,702. We have what, Cullen?
We have 4,702,000.
Very good. Now number 16, you should be able to do that on your own. You're just writing it in word form. You're writing out the words 8,664,000. And then number 17. I do want to look at number 17 really quick because I want to show you how to solve these types of problems.
Erase it.
No. We're not going to do the critical thinking, that very last question together, because that's a your brain answer, not a my brain answer. So number 17 says, find the error. Sonia wrote the expanded form of 2,408,615 below. And she has 2 million plus 400,000 plus 80,000 plus 600 plus 10 plus 5. Find and correct her mistake. So they're telling us she's wrong. Everybody listen because you need to know. Zari, what's your question?
I'm just checking.
Oh, okay. So, we need to know. We know she's wrong. Our book tells us she's wrong. The best way to do this is to solve it first. Do it correctly. Then you'll be able to see what she did wrong. So, before we even really look at what she did, we're going to write this number in expanded form. Victoria. Well, you got to help me earlier, and I only have one stick left. Ethan, are you going to be able to help us with this, or do you have no idea where we are right now? I think I'm going to pick somebody else, because I don't have time to wait for you to understand where we are. Carla, you're going to help us with this. So, first, let's write this number, 2,408,615, in our place value chart. So we're going to start on the right with which digit?
Start with to the right with 5.
5. Then
10.
Oh,
Then of 10.
what digit? We're just going by digits right now.
Okay.
So just a
1.
1. Then
Then a 6.
then a
8.
then a
0.
then a
4.
then a,
2.
and we're done. So now we just need to write this in expanded form. 2 in the millions place is worth how much, Carla?
2 million.
2 million. Let's check. So far, is she correct?
Yes.
Yep. So we haven't found the mistake yet. Plus 4 in the 100,000s is worth how much, Carla?
400,000.
She's got that, so she's still right. Plus, we have a 0 in the 10,000s. How much is that worth?
0.
Do we need to put that?
Yes.
Well, we really don't. If it's a 0, you can, but we don't have to. So,
Okay.
let's move to the thousands place. An 8 in the thousands place is worth how much? If you put a 0, that's okay, but you don't have to.
Okay.
An 8 in the thousands place is worth how much?
8,000.
8,000. Uh-oh. Did she write 8,000 yet?
Which one?
What did she write, Carla?
She wrote down 18,000.
Not 18, but
80,000.
80,000. So there's her mistake. Because does she have an 8,000? Nope.
I think usual.
So that's her mistake. But let's finish the number. Let's finish writing this in expanded form. And then we'll write what her mistake is. So now we have a 6 in the hundreds place. How much is that 6 in the hundreds place worth, Carla?
600.
600 plus
10
10 plus
plus 5.
plus 5. So, she has that 600, she has that 10, she has that 5. Her mistake was that she did what? She wrote what instead of what, Carla?
She wrote down 1,800.
Nope. What is that word? What is that number?
18.
Not 18.
80. 80,000.
She wrote 80,000 instead of what?
Instead of 8,000.
Instead of 8,000. Very good. So does everybody see how you solve those problems? First, you have to find the correct answer. Once you find the correct answer, then you can find that person's mistake. Okay, so I'm giving you a chance to redo your homework. So your homework tonight is to check and fix last night's homework. So I'm going to pass it out. Put it straight into your return to school folder. Those of you at home, I won't check your homework until tomorrow. So if you want to fix it and resend it, I won't even look at the old one. If you go to fix it and you see that everything is okay, well then you don't have to send a new one. I'll check the old one. But I'll check whichever one I get last. So does
Okay.
everybody understand what their math homework is? Put it straight into return to school.
Yes, ma'am.
I said that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Cullen, once you put that in return to school and put your math book away, you can go erase the board, sanitize, erase, sanitize again. And then everybody else, get out your reading textbook. All you need today is your reading textbook. Because you already have your chart, there's no new vocabulary, and you already have your chart in your book.
Can I erase this now?
Yep, you can erase everything. So go ahead and get out your reading textbook. And then you can go ahead and open the page where your chart from yesterday is. Yes. In your return to school. Because you may need it for your homework tonight. That's it. Reading textbook is treasures. It says treasures on the front. Okay, so you don't need your vocabulary notebook because we do not have any new vocabulary. You just need your reading textbook and your problem and solution chart that we started yesterday. While I'm waiting for everybody to get to where we need to be, I'll fill in what we filled out yesterday. Yes, you need your pencil because you're going to be
Writing.
writing.
Miss Bowles,
Yes.
on specials, sometimes we are not able to get on them.
Uh-huh.
Like PE, my mom's been trying to email
Okay.
Coach.
I'm not sure what I'll see if I can talk to him. But I think his email is it's either Josh period Walls or it's Joshua period Walls. So she might need to try both to see which one works. Because I know that there's there's something weird about his email. Where in some places he's listed as Joshua Walls, and in some places he's listed as Josh Walls. So tell her to try both and see which one works. Because I just found that out the other day when I tried to email him. So mine are written a little different than what we wrote yesterday because we're just trying to get through. But you should be open, you can go ahead and turn to page 30, and you should have your problem and solution chart in front of you too. So far, we know that the problem is that Ramon needs to find his lunch, or he needs to figure out what happened to his lunch. Well, what he's done so far is he started by questioning Jack and some other students. Then, as he figures things out, he crosses names off. So let's find out what happens next, and then we should be able to figure out the problem. See if you can figure the problem out before Ramon does. Okay, so we're on page 30, and go ahead and read. Cullen, you're going to read all of page 30. So girls at home, you should be able to hear Cullen because she's right next to you. But if not, we are reading page 30. Yes, girls, everybody at school, go ahead and put your face shields on because when it's your turn to read, you can pull it down, read, then put it back on. So Cullen, as soon as you have your face shield on, go ahead and read. Girls at home, if you cannot hear, she's reading all of page 30. Not 31, just 30. Okay, go ahead.
Then after lunch, when the students were given quiet time for reading, Ramon went back to the closet to see if he could find any clues that he hadn't noticed earlier. He looked under the book bags, but found nothing suspicious.
Suspicious, good.
There. On this,
Not on this.
on his way back to his desk, Ramon passed the library corner. He stopped. What was that scratching noise?
Not knowing.
Sound. Could there be a mouse in the classroom? Mice eat anything.
Pause. I forgot to stop the video after math.